Welcome back to the Kid Tarot. Me doing a reading of healing over the earth angels at this time. Happy holidays. Happy winter solstice. I hope everybody is doing their work. I hope everybody is doing their work. Because there are many tests coming at us right now. Rapid fire is finals week in the spiritual realm. So let's see what Gaia, what our ancestors, our guides, our ascended masters, especially walking with us at this time. And a tingling in my head with that. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Angel Gabriel, the Archangel Balance, to come in to cover us at this time. Alright, so the moon has been, this full moon has been beautiful. Let's see what the Moonology deck has for us. Then we'll be moving into the Isis deck. Feeling called for threes today. 3 cards, so do that in honor of this holy season and this transition. And the threes, the maiden, the mother, and the crow. Go ahead and Google that if that is new, not familiar for you. The maiden, the mother, and the crow. One more card for us, universe. One more card for us, spirit. What do you want the earth angels, the light workers, star seeds to know this time? Ooh, toss it to me. Alright, so I think it's really interesting the way that it's laid out. It almost looks like the changing of seasons there. And even this just feels like a loading. But just more to come is what I feel like intuitively. Let's see what the cards have here for us. It says the energy is gaining momentum. All right, loading. What do you say? So definitely pay attention to the signs and syncs. Hold your vision. Hold your vision. It may not really be easy to do so at this time. And there may be tower moments happening all around you that make you feel like it's impossible and it's never going to happen. But hold your vision. Hold the visions that are being given to you, the visions that are being given to you, the downloads, the ideas that are popping up into your mind, the new business ideas, the different ways to make profit, different ways to have income, different ways to create and to express yourself, different solutions that may be coming to you about problems for people around you, for yourself, for your community, for your world. Hold your vision on those things. Pay attention to your dreams. Remain hopeful about them. When negativity does come up, no shame, no shame. Just gently acknowledge it and remind yourself that you're safe here and you have all the tools that you need to succeed. And not only that, but you have a tremendous amount of guidance and protection over you at this time. So just hold your vision. And then last but not least, we have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for those 3 cards. Isis Oracle deck next. Let's see what Archangel Isis, Ascended Mother Isis has for us at this time. I'm knocking 3 times on those cards just to, first of all, acknowledge the spiritual energy and the work that we're doing here to remove any negative energy, any stagnant energy that may be here in the deck with us as we move forward. So let's see. And then laying the cards in that order, restoring to divine order. Mother Isis, what messages do you have for the earth angels, the star seeds, for at this time, the light workers, the empaths at this time? Find your tribe. Find your tribe. For a lot of us right now, those tower moments are going to be almost like a finale of removing any energy, any negativity, any people, places, persons, things that are holding you back, that are not allowing you to live up to your fullest potential, the highest good for yourself, and the highest good of all those concerned with you. So that may look like fighting, that may look like breaking up, that may look like divorces, that may look like failed jobs, like quitting, like resigning, like being fired. That may look like death, a lot of death, if we're going to be very transparent here. It may look like a lot of death right now. Hold your vision, have faith in your dreams, even as all this is happening around you. All right, thank you. Thank you, Isis. Okay. It's a beautiful day. So the first card that came out has all that beautiful moon, lunar energy. She looks illuminated and dazzling in it. The color purple is very important right now as we're moving through violet ray energy. So you may just want to wear it more or put it around you or color with it or notice it as you're out and about. The color purple and the color red as well. Some of us may be needing to do some work on restoring our lower chakras and connecting them to our higher chakras. So this could look like, and I'm rubbing my eyes, they itch. You're needing to get cleared. Okay, so I haven't read this card yet because my eyes are like on fire. You're needing to get clarity on some things in your life that you're not seeing. You're in a review period. That's why you're being pulled away from so many people, persons, places, things, concepts, ideas, visions that you used to have for yourself that are not the current visions that are being downloaded and given to you at this time. You want to walk away, break ties, walk away from those things, and walk boldly, confidently into the new. You want to be doing some type of like checks and balances, some type of review. Again, this is not about shaming. This is about accountability. So you're going to want to do an inventory. If it's a woe with me party, we want to stop that at this time. Guys are saying stop the pity party. It's time for you to get more connected with the part that you played, with the decisions that you made, with the ways that you diminished your light in order to, come on now, in order to stay in the presence of a false light. Okay, so take time with that. Take time with that. So what do you have for us? The Lunar Queen. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles, of rest and replenishment as essential to balance our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow the replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. So just like with those moon cards, we had that loading. You're gearing up and shifting into new. It feels like you need to rest, like you're tired and things like that, like you want to spend some time alone right now because that's the season that we're in, and we're being asked to recognize the cycles of our lunar calendar and how it actually flows and shows up in our life, literally flows, especially for my female watchers. So paying attention to how your body feels, how your emotions are during this full moon, and what they look like and transmit to as you move through the lunar cycle. But also with the understanding that there are multitudes of these levels. There's micro and macro views of this cycle, kind of like watch arms. I see it just like a watch, like I heard Swiss watchmaker. Their dials, their hands that are moving in there simultaneously but at different speeds. So you just want to start to pay attention to yourself. Kind of treat yourself almost like a researcher. Like get a journal, start writing down little notes on the things you feel, things you think, things you feel or hear. Things you notice, things you see, things you find pretty, things that are interesting in you, things that bring you joy, things that make you really angry, and just start to look for the patterns, start to look for how the cycles show up and how you're reacting with them, and it'll give you some guidance on how to work better to manifest the things that are important to you by using those energies properly. Queen of Heaven, and not even just properly, but using those energies consciously, because you are an alchemist. That is why so within, so without. You're working through these cycles anyway, but you're maybe manifesting things for yourself that you don't necessarily want. Possibly because you're unable to hold that vision. Like maybe you have, or you're passionate about things, certain ideas and projects, but the negativity in your mind, the negative self talk, the doubt, or the naysayers that you allow in your space, all of that is just silently chipping away at your ability to hold that divine vision that is being given to you by your gods and your ascended masters. If you're conscious of that and you are making yourself come back to thinking about it that way, I think it'll be a little bit easier for you to protect it. If you think of it in the aspect that these are gifts, these are ideas, these are talents, these are projects that are being gifted and birthed to you, through you, for you, and for the betterment of everyone concerned with you, it becomes a little easier to defend it. When you're up against like a nagging parent or a dismissive sibling, or someone that is just really trying to push their opinion about you or what you should do in your face. So it just gives you a little bit more ammunition to call more of yourself to that action. So we have Queen of Heaven. The Queen of Heaven, the divine empress of the skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now. As a man or a woman, you have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. You have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. All right, and last but not least from Isis, Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus brings divine perceptions, protections, and insights. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing. Now, you have much divine support and protection that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perceptions and know that you are divinely protected. So beautiful confirmations to end that reading with Isis. Thank you, Isis. We appreciate it. We love you. All right. So I'm going to go to the Millennium Thoth Tarot decks next. And then I'll be pulling, we'll see if it's still three, from the ancient animal wisdom to see what our spirit animal, our spirit guides have for us, our shamanic guides have for us at this time. Ooh, clear it out there, yes. So clear it out. You with that rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation, also take some time to clear your body, cleanse your body. This may look like drinking more water. This may look like a fasting. This may look like just eliminating some things from your diet right now that you would normally eat. Red meat is definitely one that I heard. I'm not telling anybody how to have a diet or what to eat and what not to eat, but that's definitely something that I heard for myself. So listen to your body because it will tell you, and it may show up for you as you, let's say you're meditating, you're asking your body to show you what is healthy for you to eat or what's in your best interest. It may show up as new allergies or things that you didn't used to be bothered by that, and all of a sudden you're kind of like, I don't know. Or coming up in conversations around you, like all of a sudden everybody is saying, such and such is not really that great for you, or I like this because of this X, Y, and Z. So it's almost like that concept of seeing a car and then you start to see the car everywhere. Once you start asking the questions, the signs and things will be delivered to you. So then it's just up to us to be and pay attention to what piques your interest, which is also going to mean getting off your phone, guys. So rest and relaxation, rejuvenation right now also looks like unplugging. Spend a few minutes, even if that's all you can handle, with putting your phone on the opposite side of the room from you and walking away. And do that for as long as you can, as often as you can, that's reasonable and not stressful to you, because again, the point is relaxation and rejuvenation. Okay, so let's see what the three cards are that we got here in the Millennium Thoth tarot deck. So the first card that came out facing up was the Princess of Cups. She's beautiful here in her violet again, so we see this beautiful blues for water and the violet, which is signifying a high spiritual consciousness. She has a lotus floating above her hand, a swan covering her with its wings at her back, and a dolphin at her side, to me signifying infinite and divine spiritual knowledge. All are springing forth, including her, from this body of water, which we know signifies deep emotions. And I think it's another reason why I believe it was here with the Queen of Heaven that we're seeing that that acknowledgement of your feminine authority now, whether you're a man or whether you're in a physical body of a man or a woman. You have a deep empathic, deep emotional, spiritual connection, and that is again another signal of your spiritual life path, your spiritual work of bringing that those seeds of compassion, wisdom, and mercy into the world. You're here seeding divine angelic consciousness into a space where it didn't previously exist in a heavily saturated fashion. It's one of the reasons why you find it so difficult to be here sometimes, because you don't fit in, because you are so intrinsically different. And we can be made to feel that it's a bad thing or that we're wrong. But no, it's not bad, and you're not better or worse. You're just here with a particular set of gifts. You're here to seed those three things here, those three prongs of angelic consciousness. So we have the Princess of Cups in the upright, and then we have the Knight of Swords in the reversed. And we have the Knight of Swords here with birds flying. And this way would be like underneath him, right? He's literally in the sky. But strangely enough, when it's in the reverse, it looks like the birds are soaring above him. Makes me feel like almost like he's missing something. But he's definitely strong. He's seated on his horse. He has been Christed in his wings. He has his swords at his side. He's ready for his divine mission. Oh, and then we have the Lovers. So we have the Lovers in reverse. This is a beautiful card. We have them adorning king and queen. It's a fated match. You guys are, as you're, especially with these tower moments moving, are making space, coming ever closer to your twin union. What I hear is it's done in the spiritual realm. You've been reconnected, you've been reunited, but do keep in mind, especially as we're working over dimensions, that that doesn't mean that will be a physical union in the third dimensional energies. However, it's the spiritual work that is the most important, right? So that's what we want to pay attention to. So what I also see here is that this Princess of Cups is going through an intense spiritual awakening. She needs to be on her own, having communion with these spirit animals, with these spirit objects, pouring into her life vessel. Therefore, she has this gigantic cup to pour from, and she's clearly here soaking up all of this. All of these sacred waters. And then we have a journey. We have a battle ahead. But victory is won in the twins. And I also feel very much like if you're not already in this marriage or in this union physically, or even if you are, you still may be feeling a need to spend some time in some separate ways, or maybe there's some things that you guys do together as a couple that you want to take a break from and do on your own, or maybe in addition to doing it with them, you also take some time to do it by yourself, because you're starting to see that some of the habits and things that you guys have together are simply ways of taking care of your spiritual needs, and that it's really important for you to be able to stand and do that independently, both of you, to be able to stand and do that independently and then co-create together. So let's take a look and see what the book has for us in regards to these three cards as well. Hold your vision. Have faith in your dreams. And this energy is gaining momentum, right? That's definitely what we heard, that it's on the way. All right, so let's see what the book has for us in addition to those downloads. So Princess of Cups in the upright. All right. So Princess of Cups in the upright. She has for us using your emotional powers to support your will. Be open to psychic transmissions. Allow yourself to keep a romantic and imaginative wonder. And definitely with that imaginative wonder, I'll just add that can look like childlike wonder for us. So just like consider yourself at play with the world, like you're out in a gigantic recess time. What things are you noticing? Because your spiritual downloads and the syncs, especially angel numbers, pay attention to angel numbers. If you notice a particular sequence of numbers, go ahead and just look it up. 9 times out of 10, that message is probably going to resonate. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Swords in the reverse has for us having an unsympathetic nature, abusing your power for personal gain, passing judgment without having all sides. So I really do feel like this kind of war that we just talked about is going to be a warring in your mind. It's about your mind space. You're protecting your peace. And so, and if you're using your gifts, like your ability to develop relationships or your to network and make connections, things like that. If you're using it only for your own personal gain, then you're abusing your powers because you're here to what again, see these angelic consciousness, and that's going to be done through service. It's as simple as that. Some type of service, and service looks like all types of things. So it's about what are you passionate about and how can you put that in service. And it may be just as simple as you doing meditation in order to ask yourself, how best can I exercise my will? Okay, and then this is coming, but it's not the main focus. So love is coming, whether it's in your twin or in your soulmate, you will be rewarded and gifted this beautifully supported relationship, this fated relationship. However, right now is the time for you to continue to do your work. So that looks like balancing your chakras, and that can look like whatever's out of alignment for you. So wherever you have issues, problems, confusion in your life, take a look at that. See what I'm hearing keywords like break that down into something really simple. One sentence, a couple sentences about what's the main issue here. Dig deep. And then once you get there, start to look at your chakras. Just do a Google of your different chakras and look and see what seems out of balance. And then it can, therapy with that can look like wearing the color that it represents, listening to frequencies of that color that represents or chakra healings on meditations and YouTube, that kind of stuff. So put in the time getting outside, oh my dear, especially when we're talking about heart chakra. Get outside, see things that are green. And work on balancing. Ask the archangels to come in and assist you, archangels of balance, to come in and cover and protect you and assist you with that at this time. Because this in the upright is well on its way to you. Well on its way. Full balance for yourself. This is you. You're balancing your masculine and feminine energies, and also in having that will be able to resonate with your twin or your soulmate in this lifetime. So let's see what that has for us in the reverse, what that would like for us to pay attention to at this time. And I do want to thank all the archangels, spirit guides, ancestors, universe, mother and father energies for coming in and providing this guidance and this messaging for us at this time. And when you hear it, this is the time for you. This is a timeless message. All right. If I can find it, dear Lord. Yes, I can. 'Cause I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Through Christ who strengthens me. She said, yeah, if you pay attention. All right. Love is in the bright. She said, what was the message? Pay attention to the syncs and signs. I gave you a sync and a sign and you didn't pay attention to it. Okay. All right. So Lovers in the reverse says, settle for second best due to the lack of desires. Communication breakdowns disrupt harmony. Communication breakdowns disrupt harmony. Reassess your position in a relationship. This portion about communication breakdowns disrupt harmony. What I'm hearing is just that in conversations, when you're feeling like hurt, you may be making it more personal than it needs to be. Reassess your position in those relationships, are you pushing? Like, are you pushing for a particular outcome? If you're not receiving what you need, what is the disharmony about? And then seek to correct that. Seek the balance. Ask archangels to come in and help you with that balance. All right. So last but not least, I'm gonna pull a card from our spirit animal deck, our animal wisdom deck, which is new. I'm not sure if I introduced it, but if so, I'll take the time to do that on our next reading so that you guys can get through this reading here. So we're gonna clear the energy of this deck, and then we are gonna ask that it be returned to divine alignment to give us messages that are for us, for our highest good, and for the highest good for those concerned with us at this time. Thank you, Spirit, because we do want to remain grateful. And gratitude, yes, proving that gratitude through any time of the day that you can. You could be in your car saying what I call the ABCs of gratitude. So literally just as you go through the alphabet, picking one thing in the world that starts with that letter that you're grateful for. And it can be anything, person, place, or thing. So you could be A's for apple, and they're delicious. I love apple pie. It's so great. This hippopotamus is for us, and all his purple. I saw him, but I didn't want to grab him. And look, ha 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 ha. And he gave us the number 3. All right, Archangel, angel number 3. So go ahead and look that up and multiply it. Go ahead and look up angel number 3, angel number 33, angel number 333. All right. So the hippopotamus has for us healing waters. Hippos love water and spend much of the time submerged in rivers. The Greek named them river horses. Being in and around water at this time can support you in becoming aware of your environment and life situations. Water is a primal source and is said to be the meeting place of heaven and earth. Choosing hippopotamus may be a signal to submerge yourself in water. Wash away all that is unserving and heighten your personal awareness. Be humbled by the power of water by spending time in an aquatic location. Swim, play, relax, bathe, and the life waters are calling you. So we'll end there. Find a way to incorporate it. Definitely drink more, but also spend time next to bodies of water. If you can, swim, bathe, whatever feels comfortable for you, because you don't want to invite any stress in about this situation. It could look just like taking a bath at night and washing away all of the negativity and asking for assistance and deepening your clarity. And let that be your ritual for a month. I'm hearing 30 to 90 days. So just find a way to incorporate it, because those waters will help assist you in balancing, because water is the balance between the spiritual realm and the earth realm, and you are a balance between the spiritual realm and the earth realm. So the more that you can cleanse and connect yourself with those sacred life waters, the easier it will be for you to become more and more aware of yourself, more and more aware of your powers, your talents, your gifts, more and more aware of your purpose. Love and light to you all.